Okay, so this is a huge topic, and I've got this question many times, and it's a very foundational question, so it's important that you guys get this because everyone wants to know what supplements they want to take, and a lot of guys want to take Clomid and take shortcuts all the time, and they're still 23% body fat. It's like, Clomid's going to skyrocket your estrogen. What are you doing? So yeah, it's absolutely foundational. You've got to get this stuff right. So, the answer, without further ado, is 8 to 15% body fat. Somewhere in that range. There isn't a dude on the planet who is 20% body fat and is at his absolute max natural testosterone. Like, the good news about this is if you are well over 15 and your testosterone is like, 400 or 500, think how high it could be if you got your body fat down to like 12%. 15 might be pushing it for a lot of people. And that range, the 8 to the 15, that range is determined by genetics, mostly age, possibly. Mostly, yeah, that kind of thing. People like to put more emphasis on genetics for health in general. Whereas it's like, for example, people like to blame their underactive thyroid, for them being 40% body fat or something ridiculous. And it's like, there is no amount of thyroid underactivity that causes that. That's called binge eating all the time. You've got to have access to a lot of food to get that big. Genetics are a factor, but it's more of a plus or minus 3% body fat, for what's ideal for you. And then the other extreme, and any bodybuilder, any physique competitor who's competed will tell you this, that there isn't a man alive who is genuinely natural, because this is a big topic. A lot of fake natties out there, and guys who are on TRT and that kind of thing. But a guy who is genuinely natural, there is no such thing as him being 1,000 testosterone on stage at 5% body fat. That just doesn't exist. No one is optimally high T at that level of body fat. And this is what all of them do, especially the top guys. That the leaner they get, and then once you get to around 8, maybe 9%, start going leaner than that. That's when they start hitting like the dick stops working and the testosterone's just non-existent, and it's like clockwork. They'll all tell you the same thing. So yeah, 5's way too low, 25 is way too high, 8 to 15. This is a foundational thing, but you obviously also you need to make sure you've got a nutrient dense diet, minerals, your sleep, sunlight, all that good stuff. Which, if you want more information on that, I have a couple of ebooks I'll link below that are relevant to the diet side of things and meal plans. But body fat percentage is absolutely foundational. If you're 23%, it's just you're fighting an uphill battle until you get that sorted. So a few fat loss tips. High protein. You guys, you've got to be eating more than 120 grams of protein. It's not enough. You've got to get that higher. Fiber. Then this is where carnivore guys won't do as well as a lot of other people. You can still have kiwis and that kind of thing on carnivore, I believe, blueberries, but cruciferous veg is amazing for fiber. All this stuff fills you up, and when you're full, you're not as hungry, so you're less tempted by dodgy foods potentially. So there's two good ones. Sleep. Optimizing your sleep. The worst thing you can do is have five hours of sleep one night, because the next day you're craving sweets and junk food, and it makes everything harder. Your willpower's lower. So sleep's a big one. Other fat loss tips: black coffee. Black coffee's quite useful. Trains you to have a bitter taste in the morning instead of sweets. But yeah, guys, if you have any fat loss questions, I'll be glad to help. I'm pretty ripped. I might just do a little, if you can see anything. But yeah, no, I'll gladly help in the comments below. And yeah, 8 to 15%. Make sure you guys do with that and you take it seriously, and your testosterone journey will be miles easier.